No. Oh, is that what that was? You do this. Be careful, be careful. Yes, there are war crimes and we're strategically murdering people. Be careful because there's are their last words. These are the last words. The last rites. All of us were so sacred and we are so emboldened with completely inhuman power. We take life at will. We make no actual justification for why we do it. It's just math, and we're not even very good at it. But we wanted to give our children something to do while we steal from them. I'm pretty certain if I cross reference the dates I got these books, it would have taken place around strategic dumps that occurred from Shell Oil Company. They probably have a very important relationship with that university down the street that now says because of COVID 19, it's not open to the public. Yeah, COVID 19, it's made it so hard for us to get our public resources anymore. We're supposed to pay for them. We're still supposed to do whatever we're supposed to do in terms of being financially obligated to bonds that pay for people who work in public buildings to get paid. We're not allowed to go in there ourselves anymore. The problem is, this one here is for 1920. It's a church in New York. This year was this church's centennial of this particular yearbook. They just threw it out. They were done with it. It was no longer available to whatever purpose it served before. But I have three more now. I have three more I got from the same place, and they don't mature until next year. You wanted to double? I said, go ahead, triple it. Now, these are not this one. This one here is for New York. But I have one for another church in New York, and a church in Detroit, and a church in Boston. See, I'm not the one tripling it. They already did. The question is to what effect? Are they accumulating these numbers, hoping that they're going to be able to swap them out with somebody else, just like what they did this year, what they did last year, when they created all those chemical children time bombs? I'm absolutely serious. I haven't really looked at them. I don't want to put them on the camera because I'm a very old fashioned person. I don't like the exploitation of people. This one right here is dated for 100 years before the date that man in North Carolina said we should expect double in terms of COVID casualties. That's right here, the minister's study, April 15th, 1921. And this one doesn't have a minister's statement in the same way. Different denomination, but Christian, right? Not so ironically, pastors got the same last name as a piece of legislation that's supposed to be about ending white slavery. Isn't that ironic? 100 years later, maybe they'll get it right. And this one has all listed all the rectors throughout history. Ah, yes, I'm sure that that name carried some weight in Texas for a while, but I guess not anymore. This one's the one from New York City. What am I supposed to do? I thought maybe someday, if I wasn't secreted away so that I could be plied with soda pop and run in isolation, maybe these could be returned. I mean, think about it. 100 years later, somebody returns your yearbook for your congregation. It has the list of all your parishioners, all the major things that happened. It's amazing what they used to put in these books back then. Maybe some of those people aren't alive, but they have children, they have grandchildren. Maybe some of them still live in the same cities. Maybe some of them still go to the same churches. But that's not what the intention was when they got him down here, was it? I got him right here. We're a little over a month before 1921 becomes 100 years later. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Got all kinds of holy books they just threw out. Hmm? See, the ironic thing is, I'm here in Texas. And the only holy book I have that's Jewish is literally for a congregation right down the street. I could ride my bike there. I actually went there one day, but they wanted to pretend like I was Sirhan Sirhan and use me for some deal regarding actual nuclear warheads from actual fucking Russia. And now, while I'm here being harvested and terrorized, they make some fucking excuse for, I don't know, how precious their private security contract is and their kickbacks to the local police are, so that they can rob everything about my legacy and co-mingle it with a legacy of somebody else that was likewise robbed. It may or may not have even ever wanted to step foot on their campus, but would probably have a blood lineage that would be credited to them once it's murdered, right? That's kind of how these things work. What do I do with these books?